Boxing is back with the IBO World Light Heavyweight Championship. Can Suarez take the belt? Or will one of Britain's brightest prospects, Lyndon Arthur, seize victory? Big Fight Live, Arthur versus Suarez, Friday at 10 on Channel 5.
This is Colin McGuigan for FLTV, proudly sponsored by Everlast, about to do my favourite interview in boxing. Mick Conlan, talk to me about this big night in Belfast.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a fantastic night, you know, a great fight. I think, you know, I'm fighting a fantastic fighter in Luis Alberto Lopez, and, you know, it's going to be class.
I think you need commended. 12 months ago, you were at probably the lowest point of your life, I think it's fair to say, in terms of where you were at. Sporting-wise, you were in a very dark place. You've overcame that adversity. You've got to a point where you're now in contention for a world title fight against Luis Alberto Lopez. Talk to me through how tough it was at the beginning and to where you are now mentally.
Yeah, after losing was a nightmare. I went away for 4 weeks to Portugal right after, like a few days after, and like I remember sitting in the room and my kids wanted to go down to the pool and Sean wanted to do things. I was like, go and do them. I'm not moving, I'm melted. I was like sitting there feeling sorry for myself, sobbing. To be honest, it was a really, really hard one to take for me. I felt devastated, gutted, didn't know what was next. Obviously people commend you for being in a fight of the year, and I was just like, it means fuck all to me really, I lost. But after like 2-3 weeks, it was just like, right, I need to go back and let's get back right away. I spoke with Jamie and he was like, yes, we don't sit around and wait, we continue and we get back to where we need to get to, and that's in the world title contention. And I think the best opponent to fight was Marriaga at the time, and like I was no problem right away, and a dangerous opponent for me after just getting knocked out in the last round of a fight, to come back against someone who had 26 knockouts and however many fights he had, so he had near 10 more knockouts than I fight. So yeah, it was I think it was the right decision and the right thing to do, and we just moved straight back into it.
I've never met someone with the mentality that you have. Where do you think that comes from? Is that instilled into you as a youngster, maybe from your father, or is it maybe growing up as an elite amateur through the Irish system?
I'd say it's growing up in the house with four brothers and everybody competing with each other, and your father being the coach but also stirring the pot and trying to make us compete even more. And yeah, it's probably a bit of everything, and obviously my mother as well has to be get a share of it, because she's always installed that belief in me and always told me how great I was and all this. And even my brothers, they're all the same. They've always seen, like Jamie and stuff, when I was a kid, used to tell me I was the best boxer. I was like, that's my older brother I look up to, telling people I'm better than him was crazy. So those little things like that which always give me the confidence in myself, but the determination and belief, I think that's just where I'm from. Wanting to be the best, wanting to get out of wherever I am and achieve, you know, the goals which I've aimed to achieve.
Whenever I say to you, Michael Conlan, world title fight Belfast, is that something you always knew was going to happen?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, this didn't surprise me that I'm having the world title fight in Belfast. I always knew that this would happen. I didn't know I'd be having the champion come to Belfast. I thought probably I'd be defending it or, you know, challenging for it here in Belfast, but not in like a vacant title. But like it's not. It's I'm bringing a champion to Belfast to beat him, and I believe I'll do that.
Luis Alberto Lopez, very good fighter. We've seen how good he was against Josh Warrington. 2 losses against Ruben Villa and Abraham Montoya. Have you looked into those losses and seen maybe different things in his games that you think that you can exploit?
Yeah, I have, but I let my brother and my team do that. I don't do much of that stuff. I just let them do it, and you know, I'm happy enough. I think he's a fantastic fighter. I think he's a really, really good fighter. I actually believe it's a tougher fight than the Lee Wood fight, in terms of skill level and the opposition in front of me. But you know, who knows? It's going to be a really tough fight. I know that.
You've referenced a Super Series type of tournament in your interview with Tris Dixon. You spoke about it at the press conference today among the featherweights. Do you realistically think that could happen in the next 12 months?
Definitely, yeah, I do. I do think it could happen. I think that Carlos Orlin now has dates with DAZN. So why doesn't he spin it to them and see what he can do? Because it'd be fantastic. Yeah, he has dates with DAZN. I know that, you know, it's up to the fighters who goes into it or not, but I know that's something that I would want to do, and I would happily go into it. Obviously, I'm with Top Rank, but you know, I'm sure we could go into it as a team, and I would be happy to do it. Yeah, I think it would be fantastic.
Mick, chat to me about the next 12 months for Michael Conlon. All being well, 27th of May, you're crowned world champion here in Belfast. What's next?
I'll become world champion May 27th, and whatever next is a bonus.
I need to talk to you as well. The week before, you've said you won't be able to make it, obviously, this fight, Katie's massive fight down in Dublin. Talk to me a bit about that as well.
Yeah, it's special. I'm delighted for her. She's been busting the fight on for so long. I wish it was in Croke Park, but obviously it's not. But still, even at that, I'm excited for her. She's done everything she could as a professional, and now she's even going further and challenging for the undisputed 140-pound title, the weight above, against a fantastic fighter in Chantal Cameron, which is a really tough fight. Her toughest fight to date, I believe, but one I believe she'll win.
Final one from me. You run these shows with Jamie. I know that whenever you're fighting, you don't really have a hands-on role as much. Jamie does all the dirty work, so to speak. You've got a big night in Galway on the 22nd of April. Are you looking forward to watching that? I don't imagine you'll be there with this fight coming up, but you'll watch it.
I'll be there. I'll fly in the Shannon and drive up, but I'll definitely be there. I'm excited for it. I think it's fantastic. Our first show in the south of Ireland. I was never going to miss it. So I'll definitely be there, and I've got obviously my team, my gym mate, Kurt Walker. He's one of our fighters. I've got him on it, my flatmate and everything. So I'll go and I'll babysit him and make sure he gets across the line over there.
Well, Mick, thanks very much for your time. We'll catch up again Fight Week. Appreciate it, mate.
Come on, cheers, man.
Because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up, Harry.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,